A little while back, we went to Rovinj, a small city in Croatia, located at the northern part of the Adriatic Sea. It's full of mystery and has intrigued us for years, and we finally got to explore this place, and I want to take you guys along.
Ja mislim da ima tu ovaj restoran.
Tu dole?
Ja, odmah tamo.
Okay, dobro, hvala vam. I just asked the really sweet lady where I could find the best ptrukanci, or ptrukance, depending on how you conjugate. But I'm gonna give those a shot. They're like little thin hand-rolled Istrian pasta, and yeah, I've been curious about those. I've never had them personally, so we're gonna go check it out and see if it's any good. They were good. And then I took a quick break to talk to my grandma. To pinpoint where we are right now, it's located on the western coast of the Istrian peninsula, the spear-shaped part of Croatia. One thing that adds to Rovinj's history and mystique is that some people here speak Istriot or Istriotski, but these people are very hard to find. I searched all over for a person who spoke the language to no success. I would love to hear Istriot language being spoken, so if there is anyone watching who knows it, please reach out. Let's go back in time a little bit to the first settling tribes. It was the Venetian and Illyrian tribes who settled the area way before the Roman Empire, who called it several names: Arupinium, Ruginium, and Rovinium. Eventually, that morphed into Rovinj. Then, Rovinj was incorporated into the Byzantine Empire, after which the Exarchate of Ravenna in the 6th century claimed Rovinj, and shortly after, it was taken over by the Frankish Empire in 788 AD. So, you can see Rovinj has been ruled over by many feudal lords and empires, and has been fought over for thousands of years. The Republic of Venice, for instance, took great interest in Rovinj. It became one of the most important towns of the Republic, and 3 town gates were constructed as well as being fortified by 2 rows of defensive walls. From 1283 to 1797, Rovinj was one of the most important cities for the Republic of Venice. And Balbi's Arch, right behind me, was one of the original city gates, and this one in particular was actually changed from the original gate in the 1600s, so there was a much older gate here before that. Rovinj was actually an island, completely separated from the land, but in 1763 the Venetians filled in the channel that separated the island from the land, making it a peninsula. The first city statute was proclaimed in 1531. After the fall of Venice in 1797 and the following Napoleonic Wars, Rovinj was once again taken over and became part of the Austrian Empire until World War I. According to the last census the Austrians conducted in 1911, 97.8% of the population spoke Italian. After this, it belonged to the Kingdom of Italy again from 1918 to 1947, after which Yugoslavia became its owner, as part of the Socialist Republic of Croatia. Today, it's still situated in Croatia, and is famously recognized for its beautiful old row houses, pastel-colored buildings and shutters, friendly people, fresh seafood, beautiful sunsets, markets, and its rocky beaches. The town's main street is the pedestrian-only Carrera Street, with art galleries, independently owned shops that sell locally made products, and a farmer's market is located at the edge of the historic part of town, near Valdobora Square. Today, it maintains its ties to Italy, and still has a ferry going between Rovinj and Ravenna, Italy, while Pula, a larger town about 30 minutes south of Rovinj, has lines going to Venice. I'm at one of these bunkers that I've seen all over Istria, Pula. I've seen one near Pješana Uvala, which is a little bit south of Pula. And I have a question for you guys, because I'm not entirely sure what period of time these come from, because it has to be World War II, I'm thinking, because the Civil War of Yugoslavia didn't include any battle with Italy, which is on that side. So if anybody has any information on when specifically these were built, what purpose they served, please let me know, because I've been seeing lots of them and my interest is definitely piqued. It'd be worth finding out more, and there's no plaque or indication as to which era these are from. As you can see, there's a really narrow little pathway, and it's blocked off by a little fence locked area. I don't know if you can see through there, but that's the vantage point, so it was a really good place to shoot from. One famous landmark of Rovinj, dominating Rovinj's skyline, is the Basilica of Saint Euphemia, a Baroque-era church in the very heart of Rovinj. It was built from 1725 to 1736 over the remains of an even older, early Christian structure. Then, the dedication was to Saint George. Now it's to Saint Euphemia. There is a legend about the sarcophagus of Saint Euphemia in which two fishermen were caught in a storm. Losing control over their ship, they fall to their knees in prayer. Their prayers are answered and they wake up on the shore near Rovinj, where they see a shining white light over an object in the sea. They weren't able to retrieve the heavy object until a widow suggested to do it with oxen, which carried it up the mountain. They retrieved a sarcophagus. Skeptics of the object were struck with lightning. Ever since then, local townsfolk have called it the Hill of Saint Euphemia. The bell tower resembles the Tower of St. Mark's Basilica in Venice, which was built during 1654 to 1680. On top of the 60-meter tower stands the statue of Saint Euphemia, which serves as a wind vane. You can climb the tower as well. To me personally, Rovinj is truly paradise on earth. The streets that are lined with ancient stone that have depressions and grooves worn into them from the thousands of people who have walked over them over hundreds of years only make it that much more special. The locals like to leave their pets walking freely who are accustomed to the tourists and the business of the main promenade.
I made a new friend.
Croatia has many beautiful places, and it could be argued that all of Dalmatia is practically paradise on earth, and perhaps even all of Croatia, which is a stance I would not oppose at all. There are many gems along the Croatian coastlines, but don't forget places like Motovun, for instance, or Čigoć. So don't let my statement about Rovinj make you think this is the only gem in Croatia. Personally though, I felt Rovinj had a warmth that is rarely felt from a city. Literally, too. The weather was a perfect 26 degrees and sunny. The peninsula is easily reached by bus from Pula, with buses that cost as little as €5 getting you there in about 30 minutes. The main promenade is connected to the old bus station, and you definitely won't have a difficult time finding the historic downtown, if you will. Hopefully you had a good time coming along with us to Rovinj, and we hope to see you soon on a future video.